At 6:43 a.m., the house looked exactly the way it had the night before. Nothing was broken. Nothing was missing. And that's why it took so long for anyone to realize something was wrong. In the early morning hours of June 7th, 1992, 3 women vanished from a small house on Delmar Street in Springfield, Missouri. There was no sign of forced entry, no sign of a struggle, and no clear moment when anything went wrong. The women were Suzanne Streeter, age 19, Stacy McCall, age 18, and Suzanne's mother, Cheryl Levitt, age 47. The night before, Suzanne and Stacy had attended a series of graduation parties. Multiple friends later confirmed seeing them between midnight and 2 a.m. Originally, the girls planned to stay overnight at a friend's house, but plans changed late. Just after 2 a.m., they decided to go to Suzanne's home instead. This decision would become one of the last confirmed facts in the case. At approximately 2:15 a.m., neighbors later reported hearing a car pull up near the house. No one reported shouting. No one reported an argument. Nothing was unusual enough to draw attention. According to police reconstruction, the women entered the house normally. The lights were not left on. The doors were not damaged. The house settled into quiet. Sometime after that, all 3 disappeared. By 8 a.m., friends began arriving at the house to check on the girls. They expected them to be asleep. When no one answered the door, they entered through an unlocked entrance. Inside, everything appeared normal. Purses belonging to Suzanne and Stacy were found lined up inside the house. Their cars were parked outside. Personal belongings were untouched. Cheryl's dog was present, calm and unharmed. The television was on, but the volume was turned down low. One detail immediately confused responders. A broken porch light globe lay on the ground outside the house. One of the friends cleaned it up, assuming it was unrelated. Later, investigators would realize this might have been the only physical clue left behind. By mid-morning, friends contacted police. Officers conducted an initial walkthrough. There was still no sign of forced entry. No blood. No disturbance. Beds appeared slept in. Clothes were laid out for the next day. Everything suggested the women had intended to return. Police initially treated the case as a possible voluntary absence. This assumption cost them time. Within hours of the disappearance, the house was compromised. Friends and family came and went, cleaning surfaces, washing dishes, answering phones. A voicemail message left on the answering machine was accidentally erased before it could be recorded. That message has never been recovered. As the hours passed, police shifted their approach. They interviewed neighbors. None reported hearing a struggle. One neighbor recalled hearing a loud noise during the night, but dismissed it as normal. Another remembered seeing a green van parked nearby, but could not provide a license plate or time. Investigators were left with a narrow window, possibly less than 30 minutes, during which all 3 women were removed from the house. What troubled detectives most was the logistics. Whoever was responsible would have needed control over 3 people. Enough familiarity with the house to move through it, enough confidence to remain calm, enough time to leave without drawing attention, and they would have had to do it quietly. Over the years, multiple leads were pursued. Known offenders, anonymous tips, partial confessions. None held up. No physical evidence tied any suspect to the scene. Despite extensive searches, none of the women were ever found. The house was eventually demolished. Investigators hoped excavation might reveal something that had been missed. It did not. What remains most unsettling is not the mystery, but the normalcy that surrounds it. A quiet neighborhood, unlocked doors, a house that looked ready for morning. In the official case file, one detail is underlined multiple times. There is no confirmed moment when the crime occurred. Only the moment when people realized the women were gone. And by then, whatever happened inside that house had already finished.